Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. It's 2:11 p.m. Toasty 25 degrees outside.
It's supposed to get up to 29 today.
Oh, real toasty, I tell you.
Yeah, 29 would be 4 degrees warmer.
No, it is freezing cold outside. Not so much in here, but outside, yes. Yeah. It's cold, Papa.
Yeah, I like it in here compared to it.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't have to have my coat on in here.
I don't either.
Nor my scarf.
That's right.
Nor my mittens. Nor my earmuffs. I bet you never had to wear earmuffs, did you?
I don't think so.
We had to wear earmuffs.
I think maybe when I was little I did, and when it was brutally cold.
I don't ever see earmuffs anymore.
No, they're kind of a thing of the past. For whatever reason, they just are.
Maybe people got built-in ear warmers?
Maybe so.
It helped. They were soft and furry.
Oh, yeah. They do come in handy.
Had a headband to keep them on.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't see them anymore.
Well, welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT and Valley TV, Channel 18, and our YouTube viewers.
First time this year.
First time this year, that's right. Happy New Year, everyone. We're in the year 2017 now, our first show of the year. And we here at the Albert and Billy Show wanted to remind our viewers about the freezing temperatures that are coming to the valley. During these very cold nights, remember to leave your water running. A small stream of water from a faucet that is, Allie, I can't read that word. That is the something entry point. Farthest is what that was meant to say. Entry point into the house. Disconnect all hoses from outside faucets.
Already done it?
Make sure you have closed all foundation vents around the house.
But that's a good
listeners
idea.
And viewers. Yeah.
If you just leave a small stream.
It helps tremendously.
It does.
This Saturday, tomorrow, you can see a free concert at 6 p.m. at the Nickel Road Music Hall. It's the AG Sisters. And once again, it starts at 6 p.m. It's a free concert. So check it out. It's a Nickel Road Music Hall, free admission, the AG Sisters.
But there will be a donation.
There's a love offering.
But they don't get to see it. Not only do they get to see it, they get to hear it.
Yeah. And then Friday the 13th, wow. It's the Legends Encore presentation. Carrie Hassler and the Nickel Road Band. Saturday the 14th, it's a bluegrass show with Valley Grass Band. Friday the 20th of January, it's a blues concert with Carrie and the Nickel Road Band. And Saturday the 28th, Carrie will be back for an encore presentation of the Legends of Country Music show. That's on the 28th. All concert tickets are $8 and all start times is 6 p.m.
And are all these always going to be on Friday and a Saturday?
No, they're different days. Most of Carrie's shows are falling on Thursdays.
Thursday?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Okay, some announcements. The Board of Education is going to be meeting folks on Monday at 6 p.m. at Pikeville Elementary School. The public is invited to attend. And tomorrow we got some things to tell you about. First off, you can go to the Bledsoe County Rescue Squad and get you some good breakfast, Papa.
Good idea.
Yeah. 6 to 10 a.m. They'll have sausage, country ham, bacon, scrambled eggs, hash browns, fried bologna, biscuits and gravy, plus a drink, all for $6 a plate. And all the proceeds do go to the Bledsoe County Rescue Squad. A fundraiser dinner for the Luminary Frostbite Volunteer Fire Department is also tomorrow, January 7th. Plates will be available from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's Central Time. And then on Sunday, another breakfast. This one's at the Mount Crest United Methodist Church on Highway 30 West. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. They'll have scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, hash browns, bacon, sausage, country ham, fruit, orange juice, and coffee.
Fruit, that's an unusual twist.
Yeah.
I bet it'd be orange.
I would say that's a safe
or
bet.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, that's a good one too. And let's see, some news from the Bledsoe County Community Food Bank. They have new hours now. They're going to be open on Mondays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
That's good.
And on Thursdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Now, they are asking that you re-register because it's a new year. So please bring your picture ID and proof of residency like a water or electric bill with your address. And we only take care of Bledsoe County residents. We're also looking for volunteers to work at the food bank, doing any number of jobs. If you're interested, give them a call at 447-3325. And you can leave a message. If they don't answer, and they will call you back. Donations of food and money are always welcome. Mail donations of money to P.O. Box 996, Pikeville, Tennessee. Food can be brought by the food bank during open hours, which is once again Mondays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., Thursdays 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
That's 8 hours a week. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's the Bledsoe County Community Food Bank. Give them a call, 447-3325. They're right across from the post office.
Or go in person.
Or just, go up there and see them. Check out the new Community Food Bank. It's a good thing we got going on here. And we got a benefit to tell you folks about. February the 18th from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. at the Lusk Community Center. It's a benefit for Debbie and Tina Brock. There will be food, music, a cakewalk, silent auction, door prizes, and more. Debbie has been diagnosed with breast cancer and will begin 6.5 weeks of treatment. She's doing radiation treatment the first week. It started this week. Tina, who's a loyal listener to us here at WUAT and a loyal viewer of our show.
And friend.
She was diagnosed, sadly, with Alzheimer's disease and had an extensive stay in a senior care facility. All proceeds will help pay the family's medical expenses. If you would like more information or you'd like to make a donation, please call this number. It's 423-618-9420. That's 423-618-9420. All right, Papa, you've got some announcements.
I have a few on the subject of breakfast. On January the 21st, we will have one at the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department, and that is on Route 30 West.
Yes. They usually have some good ones, too.
And it's going to be from 7 to 10. You don't get to eat but 3 hours there. Yeah. Rescue Squad, you get to eat 4 hours.
Get an extra hour.
But this is a country breakfast complete with biscuits and gravy. A breakfast is not complete, evidently, without biscuits and gravy.
I agree completely.
Every one of them has the gravy. They always have the gravy.
Smart people.
I don't have gravy, but rarely.
Well, dang it. Why not?
Make you fat.
Oh.
Scrambled eggs, pancakes, fruit. Fruit. Here's that fruit again.
Fruit again. And look, a picture of an orange.
I knew it would be. Hash brown potatoes, bacon, sausage, country ham. I like this country ham.
Hot
chocolate,
yeah.
Orange juice, coffee, or milk. Again, it's a $6 deal. Not bad.
And all the proceeds do go to
Fall Creek Falls Fire Department.
There you go.
It's wise to have these fire departments strategically placed throughout the county. This helps your insurance rates in your vicinity, wherever you live in the county, be less.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we've got them spread all over the county. So go for it.
Go for it, folks.
The Second Chance Pet Group, the Spay and Neuter Division,
they do a good job.
They have volunteers on the line waiting for your call. But if you don't call, they can't answer. The Pikeville and Dunlap scheduling procedures have changed.
Yes.
So now you must call and discuss what it is you need. You may need the neutering service, or you may need the spaying service. But they will continue to assist us as a community for the last 6 years. They have been doing this.
Yeah. Somebody called yesterday, needed their number.
554-4442. That's not hard to look. 554-4442. That's
a lot
easy
of fours in that one.
Can't remember my number, but I remember that one. And leave your name, your phone number, and the best time of day for them to return your call.
Yes.
And then you tell them what you need done.
And they'll help you out.
If you are blocking private callers, we cannot reach you.
And the trick around that, that means if you have a private phone number, you can hit *82 and it'll make your number show up, folks. So just remember that.
Okay.
They can see it on caller ID if you hit *82.
So the volunteers, they're doing the best they can. So they'll try to call you and get you scheduled. Because you got to have a schedule. Mm-hmm. Because they may have 51 days, you don't know.
Exactly.
So they want you to get your critter fixed. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem.
Prevent a litter. Fix your critter.
I didn't read that.
I know it by heart now.
Have you been doing this for 6 years?
No, but I do an announcement about it every day.
The Southeast Tennessee Human Resource Agency, which is better known as SETRA, will be opening the waiting list for the Housing Choice Voucher Rental Assistance Program.
Which is Section 8.
Okay, it's formerly Section 8.
Yeah, that's what everybody still calls it.
But you took my thunder.
Oh, I'm bad.
It's going to be on January 4th has already passed.
Yeah, but it goes through the 13th.
Oh, okay, through the January 13th.
Yeah.
So, well, the 13th not too far away. Today's the 6th.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, they need to do it.
Pre-applications will be available at the following county SETRA offices: Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Polk, and Sequatchie. Applicants must complete the entire pre-application with signature and date. I'm sure if you don't dot an I or cross a T, they'll get you. So
Probably.
do it the way they ask you to do it. Keep a copy of your pre-application. SETRA does not discriminate against people based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, how you pronounce that?
Familial status.
Familial status.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say family status?
No,
or disability.
Yeah.
In other words, they do not discriminate. They'll treat
Against
you fairly.
anybody.
They'll treat you fairly.
Yes, that's what they just should say right there.
Treat
We
you
do not
fairly.
discriminate against anybody. Think how much paper they'd save.
They don't.
But they did save quite a bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did. Is that all for you?
That's good.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
that's
easy
enough.
on you. I was
That's
easy
enough.
on you today.
Oh, well, I
Papa?
can never picture you being easy on me. I've had people to tell me, honest, they told me that I should bring to work with me to work.
I'm
You're
listening.
my boss. They say I should bring to work with me a baseball bat to defend myself against you when you take advantage of me and treat me ill.
Oh, I treat you so bad, don't I?
So help me. People have told me that.
Even the producer's shaking her head.
Well, she might
Don't
be
let
saying to
him
you,
fool you people.
she might be saying to you, don't treat him ill.
For one, people should know we're just joking.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, I think you know that. These people need to know that.
Well, I don't have my baseball bat with me.
Right.
But baseball bats are handy.
They do come in handy.
This man was driving
number
down.
of things.
This man was driving down the street one day, and he saw 6 or 8 men beating up an old fella down on the ground. They were kicking him, stomping him, had him down.
Yeah.
And he was trying to hold his hands and arms up to keep him hitting me in the face.
Yeah.
And he got out of his car, flipped his trunk lid, and got a baseball bat out of his trunk. Walked over to where those men were, and the leader seemed to be, the guy that seemed to be the leader was tough and big, and he had a ring in his lip. And he reached up and told that man, if you don't leave that old man alone, you'll have to answer to me.
Right.
And the old man looked at him and said, well, who are you? And he took that ring, his finger in that ring, and just ripped it out of his lip. We didn't take that off the hook, did we?
We're going to have to.
8182422.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, now you
Salesman.
Now you take it off. Take it off.
I can't. They're still there.
Okay.
Figures a salesman would call right in the middle.
So
They're good for that.
So he rips that ring out of that guy's lip,
I'm listening.
and
Wow.
the next thing he realized what he's going on. He's being interviewed with St. Peter, and St. Peter looks at his list of applicants to come in and those to go the other way, and he couldn't find his name. He said, "Sir, I don't know what to do with you. You're here, but I don't have your name. Can you tell me
It's not
anything?
good.
Can you tell me anything you've ever done that would be good, that would make me pursue your name and follow up on you?" He said, "Well, I can't think of anything." Then he remembered he defended that old man when they were beating him up. He said, "Yeah," and he told him about it. And the St. Peter was impressed. He said, "Well, when did that happen?" He said, "About 3 minutes ago." The baseball bat didn't do him any good.
Sure didn't, did it?
Poor old fella.
I like that one.
That wasn't what I was supposed to talk about.
Well, we got a listener and viewer of our show named Ruby who loves your jokes. So we got to keep telling the jokes.
Oh.
Got to keep telling the jokes.
Well, we got to do the trivia.
Yeah, last week's trivia. I think I was really good last week, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah. You impressed me.
Yeah.
Baseball bat and all.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Last week's trivia. All right. Well, I haven't found it yet. Here we go. Which college's stadium is called Death Valley? And you said
Clemson.
Clemson. You said
Yes.
What's LSU's called?
Isn't it the same thing?
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Name question number 2. Name Lou Alcindor's college.
UCLA.
Man, you're on a roll.
I know it.
Who beat out Peyton Manning for the Heisman Trophy?
I remember I struggled with this one. It was like
Woodson. And
maybe his name was Charles or something.
Yeah, and he was a
defensive player.
back.
This is the first time ever that a defensive
Can you
back
imagine
won
a
it.
defensive back beating out a quarterback? Quarterbacks are your glamour
Absolutely
figure on the
not.
whole team. And a defensive back. And
That
Peyton
was
Manning
huge.
was one of the most glamorous quarterbacks that ever won.
Well, I don't think the defensive back deserved it, probably.
I don't
but,
either. He did
nice
it
to see him get recognition.
Okay, let's see.
You know what I'm saying? They work hard, too.
And Peyton made it without it.
Yeah.
He
I
made it
don't
without
exactly feel sorry for him, that's for sure.
No. Question number 4. What military school did David Robinson attend?
Navy.
Navy. The Naval Academy.
That's right.
You know where that's? That's in Maryland.
Yeah,
Bethesda.
That's right.
5th question. But ask 6.
Okay.
What team did Terry Bradshaw quarterback for?
My team, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers. And the last one was, why is the term steel curtain? What did the steel curtain mean? Where was it?
Yeah, we were talking about it. It's like it's hard to get through it. It's dominant.
Oh,
It's
Will it
shuts
be-
you down.
Be like an immovable object.
Yes.
Meeting an irresistible object meeting an immovable force.
There you go.
What do you have? Stalemate.
That's right. There was
So
a
the
steel curtain.
you're not supposed to be able to run the ball and get through it.
No, and
Where
not
was
many people did.
Where was it?
On the defense.
But what team?
Oh, the Steelers.
Steelers.
The Steelers, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
You're on the ball.
Yeah, that's my team.
Okay, we got
Steelers for the NFL, Celtics for the NBA,
Okay.
Tennessee in college. On a roll. And it's time for our first break. You're listening to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT and watching us on Channel 18, Valley TV, and on YouTube.
Be right back.
Be right back, folks. Okay, we're back.
Kick it.
Kick it. What's up, Papa?
Well, I'm ready to go with new trivia.
Good deal.
New
Good
trivia.
deal.
Not last week's trivia.
I hope I do just as good.
I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
You got 5 out of 5, I think. Last
That's pretty dang good, Papa.
week. You won't this week.
Yeah, because you do that on purpose.
No.
Oh, well, yeah. You
This
did.
is not an attempt to stump you.
Mm-mm. You wouldn't do that.
I just randomly grab any thought that comes to my mind. I write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My Christmas candy was not good. Okay, now I'm back. I won't eat that Christmas candy again.
I have never seen such an episode. Wow. Let's go with this. Question number 1. After the whale swallowed Jonah, 3 days of trying to digest him made the great fish vomit. And he put him out where? That's question number 1.
That's a tough one, Papa.
It's in the book of Jonah.
I know, but I can't remember where.
And Jonah is one of the 66 books in the Bible.
He put him back in the sea.
Question number 2. You're wrong.
Well,
I'll put it this way. He hit the ground running.
I bet he did.
If you've been in a well for 3 days and nights,
I
bet
would too.
I I guess seaweed's all around his feet, but he took off. Question number 2. In the television series I Love Lucy, remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
That's pre-1980, I know.
But reruns of it still come on to this day.
Okay. What were the names of their ever-present neighbors? Man and woman, husband and wife.
Ethel.
Was I?
That's not call-in. So
Okay.
it's Ethel and Fred.
Fred what?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. That's just
Vance.
the last name.
No, wait.
Do you go with your last name?
Yeah, but I can't. That's good. That's still a good answer, though.
Vivian Vance was the name of Ethel. That's where you got
Vance.
that. Vivian Vance. But
I don't know. No, Lucy and Ricky were the Ricardo, and they were the Mertzes.
Merck said,
There we go.
Good, you're
Yeah.
good. But you didn't get Jonah.
No.
Question number 3.
He had to point that out.
In the book To Kill a Mockingbird, which was also made into a movie, the lawyer Atticus Finch defended the black man Tom Robinson, and then he got criticism from his family, from his friends, from the townsfolk, everybody in general.
Oh yeah.
Why did he defend Tom Robinson in the book and in the movie To Kill a Mockingbird? That took place. I'm not going to tell you.
Is that a tough answer? Like, is it?
Well, no, it's
hard?
in the book.
I don't know. I just can't remember.
Well,
It's been a long
Did
time
you
since
read
I
the book?
read it. Yeah,
see the movie?
I think so. Yeah,
Who played-
it's black and white.
Who played the role for the lawyer? What was the movie star's name?
Was it Gregory Peck?
You bet you're right on the money.
Okay.
Now tell me why he defended Tom Robinson.
I know. I can't
Question.
remember.
Question number 4.
Okay.
Atticus Finch's daughter was called Scout throughout the book.
Yeah.
But what was her real name? Both her first name and her middle name.
Goodness gracious, you are being hard on these.
But
We
if
want
you
the
re-
first, middle, and last.
No, I didn't say. You know her last
And we
name.
want her social security number.
If Atticus Finch is her daddy, I bet her last name is Finch.
Yeah, I can't, because they do call her Scout so much in it,
Yeah.
Papa. I can't remember
I
her real
remember
name.
that's one thing that Joyce taught me. I didn't know who Scout was.
Okay.
And she told me who Scout was because
Really?
Scout was one of the 100 things that's purely American.
Yeah,
That struck a chord with the people of the United States of America.
so much.
That story, To Kill a Mockingbird, and I
Yeah.
guess when it broke,
Mm-hmm.
that it was common, but it eluded me. And Joyce Bound said, "Oh, Scout Finch, she knew it.
Yeah.
She
She
knew
was a smart woman.
She was." All right, last question. In the Civil War saga about the South, called Gone with the Wind,
Mm-hmm.
the role of Rhett Butler was played by Clark Gable,
Mm-hmm.
who played the role of Scarlett O'Hara. What movie actress?
It was her first movie. I know that.
You're better than I am.
It was
I know.
Vivian Lee.
Yes,
Yes.
and you knew it was her first role.
Mm-hmm.
How did she land a role like that?
They wanted to pick somebody unknown at the time. Sometimes they do that.
Well, Clark Gable, I thought he would outshine her, and he
didn't.
did, I guess, in essence. But boy, she is the main character.
Yeah. They seem pretty even to me in their acting chops, really.
That was one of the. That might have been the first movie I ever heard a curse word in.
And it's at the very end.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, well,
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a you know what.
I didn't
Did you
say.
know I knew that line?
Yes, I did know you knew that line. Of the whole book, the movie lasts 4 hours. It takes you 10 hours to read the book. And that's
Yeah.
one line you remember.
Yeah. Because it's the last one.
Do you know? Do you know Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Who's Lady Gaga?
She is a pop singer.
Pop singer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a brand new year. Day is the 6th day of 19 and. I was born back a century ago.
2017.
2017. Okay.
Now she's hugely famous. That she's a very big star right now.
Okay, she has come on the scene.
Yes.
Along with some others. There is an attempt, a movement underway to promote kindness in this new year.
Well, that's good.
And this is what she has said. Kindness is showing love to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that kindness is the cure to violence and hatred around the world.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga. She put her signature to that statement.
That's smart.
Well, here's the reason it's needed. 25% of Americans believe that we're living in a kind society. 75% believe it's not kind.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Well, they're probably right.
Well, yeah, they're
That's
right.
the problem.
There's less than. I think one of the reasons is people live in communities. They live in apartments. They live in rural areas. They don't want to be bothered with their neighbors. They want to have their own private life, and so they leave everybody out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing that is, there is a movement called Random Acts of Kindness Foundation. And what they want you to do is take the challenge to write a note once a week for 52 weeks to someone, a thank you note.
That is nice.
They think it will boost happiness and good accord and well-being with everybody.
It would.
Pick out somebody to send a note to.
We need to get back to the way things were in your generation.
Oh, you think mine was a kind generation?
Compared to now, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Or you can do this. You can have a challenge. You can have a goal to do one little act of kindness, maybe one a day, such as remembering a classmate you went to school with. Write them a note, or pick up the phone, make a phone call.
A friend you haven't seen in a long time or talked to.
Yeah.
Anybody, anything like that.
Anyway, that's something that can be done. There's 3 benefits of being kind.
Okay, then we got to do sports.
Oh yeah, we got to do sports. How did I get on this?
I do not know. We went from this week's trivia to Lady Gaga.
I got to do sports. But listen, there's 3 benefits of kindness.
Okay.
It makes you feel good.
That's true. That's true.
Second, it makes the person you do something for feel good.
Yes. Yes.
And then it makes the people that see what you've done or hear about what you've done, makes them feel good too.
I agree.
And then it even affects people that stay in the hospital. If you're kind to the nurses and the doctors, or they're kind to you, it makes your stay shorter and makes their treatment of you better.
This is more pleasant.
And I'll give you one Bible verse. Ephesians 4:32 says, "And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you."
That's right.
Now we'll do the sports.
That's right.
How did I get off on that?
I don't know. That's funny.
Sports.
Something in this week's trivia must have reminded you of Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about what kind of year.
Yeah, that's
The
what
new
it
year.
was. That's right.
Basketball. What about those Lady Vol?
Yeah.
You don't want to fire her now, do you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've told you she could win a national championship, and I would still want to know. If they win a championship of any kind, I assure you it's not because of her coaching. It's not.
I didn't say it would be, but if she is coach,
She'll
listen,
get
they
credit.
have won 6 in a row. They were 4-4. Now they're 10-4.
I am happy.
They have
I want them to do good.
They have defeated 2 top 25 teams.
Yeah.
We're not ranked in the top 25.
And we should be now.
Okay, but I'm saying in that 6-win streak, 6 in a row, we've defeated 2 good teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
And last night we had 6 players in double figures. DeShields is leading the team. Like you said, she's going to carry us. She only got 17 points, but that's the most.
Yeah.
But we've got players that are excelling. And this was not a home game.
That's true. That's true.
Enemy territory.
Yeah.
Vandy's gym is the hardest gym in the SEC to play in.
Yeah. That's true.
And they still won.
I hope they can turn it around. I do. And I would like to see Holly succeed because that means they're winning.
Oh, you do want
That
her
don't
to.
mean I still agree with her being the coach, but of course I want her to succeed. That means the program's succeeding, you know?
Oh, well, all right now.
But they have fallen on hard times. It's still strange to say the Lady Vols are 10-4 and unranked.
But
That's something that never used to happen, you know?
I was surprised they beat Kentucky.
I was too.
But
I was too.
Tennessee men, how do you explain them? Let Arkansas beat them
You
like
can't really. They're inconsistent. That's how I explain the men.
that? Well, because of their freshmen.
This is a young
Heavy,
team.
heavy on the freshmen, really light on the seniors.
Extremely. And that explains the inconsistency right
All
there.
right, okay.
Don't you? What do you think?
Well, there's got to be a reason. I guess that's best.
Mm-hmm. I mean, usually a young team, they are going to surprise you at times, and it's going to be a good surprise or a bad surprise. You know what I mean?
They play like freshmen, don't they?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Well, what about football? How did Tennessee come out
Great.
against Nebraska in the
Great.
bowl game?
I was glad to see the seniors go out on a win. Josh Dobbs got to go out on a win.
Josh Dobbs, he was the difference.
He was. He was.
He carried the ball 11 times, made 118 yards.
That's a lot.
He accounted for 4 touchdowns, 3 with his feet and 1 with his arm.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
That's not
Who
bad
in the
at all.
world going to take his place? Where's another Josh Dobbs going to come from?
That's a good question because I don't think we recruited that well with the quarterback position, did we?
No, I don't think so.
And we've been recruiting really well, but except for that position.
We'll do better right now, I think. But still, that's 2 9-4 records in a row.
Oh yeah, there's no improvement.
The 10-win plateau has
Not being
gone,
reached.
Okay, but they wanted to do it this year. Thought they would. Started out in the top 10, you know.
They should have. They should have.
Okay.
The losses that shouldn't have happened, where they could. Well, the loss that shouldn't have happened, where they could be 10-3.
South Carolina was about
Oh,
one.
it's South Carolina.
But we should not have let Vanderbilt do what they did.
Oh, Vanderbilt, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Tennessee should never lose to Vanderbilt.
No.
There's no excuse for that.
But
So they really should have had 11 wins at least.
But guess who has left the program? What coach?
The offensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator is one that needs to go.
Figure.
I don't understand that.
We're averaging.
That's crazy.
We're averaging 400 something yards a game. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, our offense is not our weak point.
The offense is what made us win games, you know?
He came out of retirement to come here.
I don't understand it. I don't.
But why he left to go to Indiana?
That don't make no sense.
Don't make sense.
Butch Jones better fire the defensive guy or he's going to be in the hot seat again. That defense was the worst defense I've ever seen. Why would you keep them on board?
Worst Tennessee defense I have ever witnessed.
It is terrible.
And we lose our offensive coordinator.
That's stupid. The defensive coordinator was the one that should have went.
Well,
and of course they won't say the real reason. You know how that goes.
Swept under the rug.
Yes.
Sure.
I'm thinking him and Butch was obviously clashing a little bit.
Evidently, but it should have been the other way around. He should have been. He should have been having nighttime meetings with the defensive coordinator and saying, "Let me help you."
That's right. That's right.
I'll call half the plays, and you call the other half.
Butch, I'm telling you, if he don't get rid of that guy, he'll be even under more pressure next year. He will.
But he's safe. He's safe. Another 9-4 campaign put him.
He's safe till next year. But they'll have to improve. They're not going to keep letting him stay.
We had 12 teams out of 14 in the bowl picture. What was our record?
6-6.
6-6. Do you think that speaks well of the SEC as a whole? No.
No, not really.
No. Well, last year we won 9 and lost 2.
That's right.
So even with that, 11 teams in the bowl picture last year, 12 this year. So the SEC still packs some clout But with
Yeah.
a 6-6 record showing from this year's effort, I don't think the SEC should get that many slots. But do you know why the SEC?
No, they may not after
Well,
this performance.
But what do you think
But
is the reason we?
National champions are coming left and right from the SEC.
Okay, that speaks well of the top echelon.
That's right.
But we've got too many also-rans down here.
Yeah.
Why does the SEC pack such a wallop when it comes bowl time selection?
I don't know. Money.
The fans,
Yeah.
the fans.
The fans, and which brings the money.
Yeah.
That's
They
true.
would rather have a team from the Southeastern Conference because of our location to Florida.
Yeah.
We're centrally located, and not only that now with Texas A&M and some of these other teams, Missouri,
Yes.
we got more of a pull toward Tempe for the Fiesta Bowl and
Yeah.
Texas for the bowls in Texas.
Yeah.
It's a natural.
It's an easy decision for them to make.
Why
I'm
would
sure.
you want to get Minnesota to come play in a bowl game
Right. Right.
or Utah?
Right. Unless it was just in the state of Utah or in the state of Minnesota, that'd be the only way.
But the SEC had a bad year.
They did. At least Tennessee won. You know, that's good. I was glad to see that. And the
Tennessee.
SEC could be 7-6. We still don't know. The national championship is
Well,
coming up.
Total wins, but bowl
That's what I mean.
teams, we had 6 wins by 6 teams.
Yeah.
We would have 7 wins, but still only 16.
Mm-hmm.
But Alabama could get the plum. They could get the cherry.
They may.
Can you imagine a 15-0 record?
No, but I mean, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be them. But
Well,
I know there's some bandwagon Alabama fans out there, but you know,
I'm sure they are.
I'm
They're
a
listening to you too.
Well, I'm a Tennessee fan, and a Tennessee fan cannot be for Alabama, and they've won it enough. You know, it would be nice to see somebody else win. It would.
You know what Tennessee's best hope is? That
What?
Saban will get bored with championships and titles. And the $8 million, I bet they'll give him a raise to $8 million this year. And he'll get tired of all this money, know where to put it, and he'll just quit right
That
off
would
into the
be
sunset.
That would be an answered prayer for a lot of us UT fans. Think how LSU feels. He started out there, won a national championship with LSU in 2003, and but he decided they didn't get rid of him, of course. But I'm just saying it's kind of bad luck for them. That's when he decided to go coach in the pros, and then that's how Alabama got him, was out of the pros. And LSU done had Les Miles at that point, and who at that time was doing good. He won a national championship as well. But I would think about that if I was an LSU fan.
But if you were a coach and you could come back to football in college and you'd been in the pros and you could be in the SEC, which team would you prefer to coach in the SEC?
Well, I'm a Tennessee fan, so I'm going to say Tennessee.
If you're a coach,
Alabama.
Alabama.
All
Bear
that
Bryant
talent.
and the tradition. Tennessee
Yeah.
has a tradition.
Yeah.
But we don't match Alabama's tradition.
No.
Bear Bryant could walk on water.
Well, not really, but yeah.
They said he could. I never did watch him.
How many championships did Bear win with
Well,
Alabama?
I'm sure he didn't win anywhere near what Saban has.
Oh, I think so. I think championship-wise, I believe it's tied now.
It might be. It might
Yeah.
be. I don't know.
So they've won a lot of national championships.
Well, I know one thing. I was never comfortable on the third Saturday in October
Yeah.
if we were ahead and they had the ball last.
I know it.
Sheesh.
I know it.
That's all he needed. Give me the ball.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's take a break.
Okay. It's time for a break. You're listening to us on WUAT, and you're watching us on Channel 18, Valley TV, and YouTube. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show.
We're back.
Yeah. And I want to thank our sponsors, Citizens Tri-County Bank, State Farm Insurance, Bilbrey Insurance, Subway on the Bypass, Scotty's Restaurant, home of the Scotty Burger.
On Main Street.
On Main Street, The Loom. It's Judy Yates, our neighbor. The Loom, been in business. She's had it for 20 years now, over 20 years.
Wow.
That's The Loom on Cumberland Avenue. Also on Cumberland Avenue, Beyond the Basics Hair Salon, stylist Erica Campbell. You can go get a haircut, a perm, you can get a spray tan, lay in a tanning bed, get a pedicure, manicure. You can go there and just get spoiled, basically.
Think she can do anything with me?
She might could. And then we have Music Makers. Music Makers also on Cumberland Avenue behind us here at WUAT. And go check it out. I've been in there a few times. It's a nice store. And of course they have one in Dunlap. And now we have one in Pikeville. Same owners. You can take music lessons of any instrument and voice lessons. So that's Music Makers. And then Little Mountain Video on Highway 30. The best pizza around, I'm telling you. I love their pizza.
She was tickled to death. She talked to me about it.
Did she?
And her husband too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really treated me nice.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Well, they did mention you too.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
What about the courthouse?
The courthouse, yes. Carolyn, I was looking at the producer there for a minute. She's trying to tell me something. But also thanks to Carolyn Terry, Michael Walker, and Lisa Wheeler. We thank all of our sponsors for the Albert and Billy Show. All right, it's time for Albertology.
You know, I know we're through with sports, but we were talking about Alabama football and their coach, their success.
Some bandwagon fans.
Ben, you've mentioned that. This husband and wife walk out of the store, and they had been down a country lane. No, that's the wrong one now.
Well, that's funny in itself. That might be funnier than the joke.
No, I don't tell that one. This man and his wife took a trip to Pensacola, Florida, and they'd been in a store.
Place.
I've been there.
We've been there at the same time.
Yeah, well, I went there. That's the first place we took Buster when we took him back to the Navy.
Yeah.
When Carol and I first got married.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago.
Me and you were there a few years ago, though, weren't we?
They have good food, don't they?
Yes, they do.
But they were in one of the shops there in Pensacola, and they had just bought some little knickknacks and mementos of their trip to Florida.
Yeah,
They came out of the store and they noticed a cop writing a parking ticket at this car, and they walked up to the man and the man said to the cop, "Well, couldn't you be kind to an out-of-town fellow?"
Yeah.
And the cop just looked up at him and just kept on writing. He didn't like it because he asked him to be a little favorite toward an out-of-town.
Right.
Well, his wife didn't like it either, and she said something to him a little harsh, called him a bad word, you know. Boy, he just kept on writing, and he tore that ticket off, stuck it on the windshield, and started writing more. Well, when she saw him doing that, it made her madder. She started calling him a few other choice names. Well, he started writing a few other choice tickets. And the man didn't like it because he's doing that to his wife, and he jumps on him.
He should have been telling his wife to shut up.
But anyway,
she's making it worse.
This went on for about 25 or 30 minutes, ticket writing and insulting the policeman. And finally, the cop walks off, and then when he walked off, he sneered at them and laughed. Taxi drove up. They got in their taxi and left. That car belonged to an Alabama fan. They said, "Go Vols!"
That's a good one. I like that. I
love
like that one.
Boy, I tell you. I thought of that when we were
talking about Alabama
there a minute ago. Sherlock Holmes. Do you know who Sherlock Holmes is?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I do.
I bet you wouldn't know who
A detective.
Detective, that's right. What's his helper's name? His assistant.
John Watson.
No. Dr. Watson.
Well, his name's John.
Well, okay, but Dr. Watson.
So we'll say Doctor.
The man that wrote that we're talking 75 years ago. This is 75. His name is Sir.
Allie knows him.
Sir Arthur.
Sir Arthur
Conan Doyle. She knows.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. What about him?
Anyway, they're having a on PBS tonight. Well, what? No, that was Sunday night.
Oh, it's the 125th.
The 125th anniversary.
Wow.
Of, I said 75th. 125th anniversary of Sherlock Holmes.
Wow.
That's been around for a long time.
Yeah, it has. I didn't know it was that long.
Sherlock Holmes. Remember the kind of hat he wears?
Yeah, yeah. Distinct.
What you call it?
They're good stories, aren't they, Allie?
Oh, yeah. She likes them.
Our producer really likes Sherlock Holmes, folks. I like the movies. I've seen some movies. I like them.
I like Dr. Watson.
Try to figure out, who done it. I like a good mystery, don't you?
He's never failed to solve a case.
No.
Angela Lansbury never did fail to.
Murder, She Wrote? No, she always got them. But I would never want to go where her character was, because everywhere she went, somebody got killed.
Reckon that's the name of the reason the program was called Murder, She Wrote?
I guess so. But she's got a lot of bad luck. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Even when she'd go out of town on a vacation, somebody would get killed, and she'd solve the case.
What was the guy that always smoked a cigar and he had on?
Columbo. Yeah.
He was good too.
Yeah, Peter Falk.
I remember one case he solved. He found out what was wrong. He said, "This is the key. The key that when you put your key rings in your pocket, the one that you bring out that's on top is the last one you use."
Yeah, yeah.
I learned something that day. Okay, ask Marilyn. Remember the article I did on Marilyn?
Was that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her last name's Savant.
It was weird.
Yeah. Well, her husband had invented the artificial heart valve.
Yes.
Mechanical heart.
That's right.
Listen to this. If the Supreme Court is to abide by the Constitution, and they should.
And they're supposed to.
Shouldn't all the decisions be unanimous because you're going by the Constitution? That's the question that she was asked.
That's a tough one.
It was sent in by Terry Quesnell of Clear Lake, Wisconsin. Listen to her answer.
Okay.
And he went on and he said, the fact that the justices do not agree makes it appear that decisions are based on their personal opinions and not what the law states, because the law would be a split decision.
That's right.
Here's her answer. No. If the Constitution were inarguable, we would only have one justice.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Rather, it is open to both doubt and debate, which is why we need multiple justices and why they do indeed issue opinions. They'll state their opinion for the positive, their opinion to the negative. Unfortunately, however, this is Maryland's view.
Okay.
The Supreme Court can have a political bent, which lasts a long time. You got to wait for those guys to die, or those women. This is why Maryland says, in my own opinion, it is the most flawed of the three branches of government.
I think she's right.
Yeah, she's right, because there is a clamor.
They're letting their personal opinions, and so they're not always going by the law.
And they're not elected
to do that.
They are appointed.
Oh, they're appointed. Yeah, they're appointed.
So the president, whoever is on the seat as president, he picks out those people he wants to be on the court, and so they're bent.
They are. They are
toward whatever that president wants
them
to do.
Big time.
So
I don't like that at all.
Well, wonder what's going to happen.
I'd say a lot of people don't like that though.
Okay. I talked to you about Bobby Bowden just a minute ago.
Yeah, Bobby Bowden, Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State. He took over a long time ago. But Sunday, over here in Chattanooga, there will be 2 movies, East Ridge 18 and Hampton Place 8.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have the Bowden Dynasty, which is a story of faith, family, and football. And it's about Bobby Bowden.
That'll be good.
Well, he had a couple of sons that followed in his footsteps, too.
Yes.
Tommy was one that was...
Yeah. Didn't one of them used to coach Clemson?
Yeah, that was Tommy.
I thought so.
Anyway, it's put on by ESPN Films.
Yeah.
And they're saying that one of the greatest achievements in the history of sports happened while he was there at Florida State. From 1987 to the year 2000, the once laughable Florida State Seminoles thrilled fans with 14 consecutive years with at least 10 wins.
That's impressive.
14 years in a row, they had at least 10 wins on their red.
Sometimes more.
Well, yeah.
That's amazing, really. That's consistent right there.
It's going to come from the live broadcast Sunday. It's going to come from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Okay.
And they'll have all this talk about him and his family. That will be the big to-do.
I'm sure that he'll never want to be there, won't they?
But, you know, he's up in years, Bobby Bowden.
Yes, I'd say he is pushing 90.
I thought he might be as old as me.
He's older than you, I
you
believe,
think he's
Papa.
older?
I believe so.
Well, he might be. He might be. I've got one more here I want to talk to you about.
All right.
This came from Farm Bureau's magazine. I love to read that magazine.
Yeah.
I talked to
you
you
found
about
a few good things out of
I
there.
talked to you about the timber products, you know, the last time.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let me tell you this. Ranked 3rd in terms of cash receipts from crop production in Tennessee, cotton is a vital industry in the state of Tennessee. Number 1, Tennessee produces enough cotton to make 155 billion $100 bills.
Gosh.
I need a few of those.
Yeah.
Number 2.
We'll split it.
Cotton is best grown in soils that are fertile, moderately deep with desirable drainage, and high moisture supplying capacity. Cotton needs water.
It does. Yeah.
On a trip of ours from Mississippi, back up through the state of Mississippi, Carolyn and I stopped at points of interest along the way.
Yeah,
we came back up the Natchez Trail.
We
went to Natchez, Mississippi. We spent the night. We were on our way back up the Natchez Trace.
Yeah.
And one of the points that was there that you could, you had a map, a brochure that you could follow all the points of interest and stop at the ones you were interested in.
Right.
At one point, they had a row of cotton that belonged to the slave owner. They had a row of cotton that belonged to the slave.
Okay.
The row of cotton that belonged to the owner was cotton, white cotton. But the row of cotton that belonged to the slave was brown cotton. They had introduced a strain of cotton so that they knew that their slaves were not stealing their cotton to make their clothes with.
Wow.
They had to make theirs out of brown cotton. You never see a slave with white. Oh, you might, but knowledgeable people will realize that slaves had on brown clothing.
What about that?
But anyway, cotton. Cotton is produced in 23 counties statewide, though the majority of cotton production takes place in West Tennessee. I've seen it growing.
Okay.
I've seen it growing along the roadsides. And the road to be white with cotton, you'd think it snowed.
Really?
Yeah. You don't believe me, don't you?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but sometimes I detect.
I believe
Tennessee annually produces 550,000 to 650,000 acres of cotton.
Man.
With 52% of it grown using no-till farming methods. No plowing. Can you believe that?
No, that is crazy there.
In 2015, just a couple of years ago, Haywood County in West Tennessee ranked #1 in the state with 48,200 cotton bales produced in one county.
Gosh.
That's according to the University of Tennessee. Very good.
That's
Very
amazing.
good.
Well, we'll have some more Albertology coming up. We'll go to a short break, and we'll be back to the Albert and Billy Show. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show.
We're still here.
Still here. Still on Albertology.
Well, I don't want to go outside. It's too cold. It's warmer in here than it is outside.
It's cold. I'm just waiting for that water across the street, the waterfall, to just freeze.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
with it running like that.
We got a call this morning asking us if the waterfall is frozen yet.
I hadn't thought about
the Veterans Park. Looks real relaxing just looking at that.
Let's don't forget that little ditty that you read a while ago about reminding people tonight to leave the little bit of water running.
Yeah, leave your water running, folks.
Not running fast.
No, just a trickle of water. That'll make all the difference in the world.
But with us, with the water shortage, reckon we ought to be telling people to do that?
Yeah, I think we should.
Has the water shortage...
It's probably a little better now, but people have to do that or you're going to have a bunch of frozen pipes, so you got to.
I'd say you're right.
Yeah. Just a trickle, you know? Just a trickle.
Just a trickle. Can I tell you a story or two?
Tell me a story, yeah.
Tell the people.
Tell our listeners and viewers a story.
This young man, teenager, went into this jewelry store one day and he said to the clerk, I'd like for you to etch a message on this necklace I'm buying for my girlfriend. And he said, sure, let me have it. So he gives it to him. It's expensive. And the clerk says, do you want her name engraved on it?
Yeah.
And he thought for a minute and he said, well, no, let's don't put her name on it. Just say, to my one and only love. And the clerk thought, well, that's okay. He said, that way, if we ever break up, I can give it to somebody else.
That's smart.
It's my one and only love, but, you know, just in case.
I like that.
This man and wife had been married for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And she finally got him to agree to go to counseling with her. So they went to this marriage counselor. She had to drag him. And the counselor wanted each one to give their grievances at the counseling session so he could get his feet on the foundation to know where to go. And so he lets the woman go first. Well, she begins with a tirade of all the neglect that she had received from her husband all during those 20 years.
Yeah.
He never carries the garbage out. He never tells me he loves me. He never helps me wash the dishes. He never does this and he never does that. And then she went on with
all bad stuff.
Then she went on with all the bad habits he had about smoking and leaving the cigarettes in the dish and leaving the commode seat up and not flushing the commode. She went on and on and on for about 20 or 30 minutes. And finally, the counselor just got up, walked around the desk, grabbed her. She's standing up. Grabbed her and kissed her hard and passionately bent her over. And she is in a daze and she sits down. And the counselor says to the man, now, do you think you can do that 3 times a week? That's what she needs. The husband says, well, I can bring her on Monday and Wednesday, but Friday I have to go fishing.
Got me choked there. I've had a cold. Last couple of days I'm getting choked.
Did she have a dummy or did she have a dummy?
She sure did.
Husbands and wives. This husband has surgery. And they put him in the recovery room. And he's been in there for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And he's beginning to just open his eyes a little bit. His wife is in there waiting to see how he did through the surgery, you know.
Yeah.
And he opens up his eyes just a little bit, and he's still groggy, and he sees his wife, and he says, "Hello, beautiful." He clumps back out and goes to sleep again. But she loves to hear him say that.
She liked the compliment.
He used to say that, and she's tickled to death.
Yeah.
Well, after about 10 or 15 minutes, he rouses up again just a little bit and opens up his eyes, and he says, "You're cute." And she said, "What happened to beautiful?" He said, "Well, the anesthesia's wearing off."
But that didn't make her feel too good, did it?
That wouldn't be good.
But it's funny, though.
This little boy walked up to home plate. He's out in a park, no one there to play ball with. He has his bat, and he has his ball, and he has his glove. He's at this park by himself, and he walks up to the home plate, and he lays his glove down, and he pitches the ball up in the air and takes his bat, and he says, "I'm the greatest hitter in the world," and makes a swing and misses the ball. He picks the ball back up, pitches it up in there again. He says, "I'm the greatest hitter in the world." Woof! And he missed again.
Not
he picks
too
the ball
great.
up for a third time, pitches it up in the air, grabs that bat and makes a horrific swing and misses for the third time. The little boy said, "I must be the greatest pitcher in the world."
Oh, you're lying about being the greatest hitter. One of the two.
These three friends, they're from the
I love it.
They're from a local church. might be First Southern.
Just might be First Southern.
And one of their friends has died, and he's in the casket.
Mm-hmm.
And these three men are going to walk by the casket. Let's suppose that you're in the casket.
Oh, gee, thanks. Okay.
Well, let's suppose that I'll take the.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll take the onus off you. I'll put it on me. Let's suppose I'm lying in the casket, and these three friends walk by.
I can be in the casket. It's okay.
And the three friends are going to say something as they walk by. What would you like to hear each of your good friends say about you as you're lying in the casket?
Well, something good.
Okay.
It better be all compliments.
Tom goes by, and Tom says, "Well, if it were me, I would like to. If I'm lying there in the casket, I would like to hear people say that I was a good husband, I was a good father, and I was a good worker." Bill said, "Well, I'd like for people to think of me as being a fine Christian, a good teacher,
Yeah.
and a model citizen." And
Those are all good.
James said, "Well, you know what I'd like to hear him say if I'm lying there in that casket? Hey, look, he's moving!"
Yeah, I'd like to hear that too. Yeah. Do one more.
One more.
Then we got CJ here with us. He's going to be telling some jokes too.
This man went to fill out an application for a job. And as he's filling out I remember the first one I ever filled out. I didn't know what to put down. There was a 16-year-old cook at a hotel helped me fill out my application for my first job. He had a job. And anyway, he helped me fill out the application. But this man's filling out the application for a job. And he comes to the question, let's see, what was it now? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever been arrested? He wrote down no. The next question was why. And the why question was for people that said, yes, I have been arrested.
Yes, yeah.
But he didn't know that. He answered, no, I've never been arrested. So when the next question said why, he wrote down, I've never been caught.
He's not too smart, is he? Okay, we're going to go to a short break, and we'll get right back to the Albert and Billy show. We got CJ in the studio with us to tell us some more jokes. All right, welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show.
Still here.
And we got CJ with us.
For the second time.
He's here to tell us some jokes. So
Yes.
get in real close, CJ. Get next to that microphone, okay?
We want people's tickle boxes to be tickled today.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So tell us some jokes, bud. He says he's got 6.
What is a dog's least favorite joke?
What is a dog's?
Doors. A door.
A door?
Yeah.
Oh,
A door.
a door. What is a door's least favorite joke? I don't know.
Knock jokes, because they're painfully funny.
Yeah.
Pain.
As soon as I said I didn't know, I thought this is going to be something to do with knock.
I'll bet you every time he asks a question, we're going to say, no, we don't know.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, what's your next one, bud?
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
What's orange
Yeah.
and sounds like a parrot?
Yes.
I bet Allie knows the answer.
An orange parrot.
Yeah. You better not going to say UT fan. What is it?
A carrot.
Oh, okay. Hey, that is kind of a trick one there now.
Yeah.
Carrot, parrot, I get it. Okay, next one.
What did one orphan say to the other orphan?
What did one orphan say to the other orphan?
Yes.
Sad life, isn't it? Lonely life, isn't it?
What is it, CJ?
Robin, to the Batmobile.
Shoot. Okay, what's the next one?
Alright, since we're on the radio, I thought I'd bring you a music joke.
Okay, music joke, okay.
How many altos does it take to change a light bulb?
How many altos does it take to change a light bulb?
Yes.
Same number as sopranos.
There you go. It's a pretty good answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it, CJ?
None. They can't reach that high.
Corny but funny. That one was good.
But altos, they sing an octave lower.
That's true. They can't get that high, can they?
No.
All right, you got another one?
This, I think I saved the best for last.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
okay.
What's the difference between a northern fairy tale than a southern fairy tale?
What is the difference between a northern fairy tale and a southern fairy tale?
Yes.
What do you think?
One's north of the Mason-Dixon line, one's south.
I like that. I don't know, CJ.
Well, a northern fairy tale begins with once upon a time, and a southern fairy tale begins with y'all ain't gonna believe this.
You did save the best for last. That was the best one.
Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
Wow, that was good, CJ.
Thank you.
I like that.
Well, tell us another one, Pawpaw.
Well,
Today's just joke day. Might as well.
this little boy went to Sunday school, and his mother, they had stopped at this church visiting.
Okay.
And after Sunday school was over, she picks him up and she says, well, son, what did you learn today? He said, oh, well, Mama, said, I found out a lot. Said, Moses led the children of Israel out of bondage in Egypt.
Right.
They came to the Red Sea, and he said he just called for reinforcements to come, and the Navy sent a bunch of Seabees, and they built a flotilla, and they went right across that sea
Yeah.
on dry land. I mean, they made it possible for them to get across that Red Sea.
Right.
And when they got through getting them all over on the other side, then they called in the Air Force, and they sent bombers down and killed all the Egyptians. And she knew that wasn't right, you know. She said,
Yeah.
"Hey, son, you can't tell me that that's what you learned in Sunday school today." He said, "No, Mama, that's not true." I said, "You're right. But if I told you what he really said in Sunday school, you wouldn't believe that either."
That's true. All right, we'll close the show out now. On a good note, that was a good joke, Papa. You had some good ones today.
Well, I thought that was pretty fun, but I didn't think of that one until he told that one.
Oh, really? That was good. All right, well, thanks for listening to us on WUAT, and thanks for watching on Channel 18 Valley TV and
YouTube.
on YouTube. There
Yeah,
you
we
go.
want YouTube to get a plug.
That's right. We've got a lot of views on YouTube.
Television don't even have plugs anymore, do they?
Right. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
It's been fun.
That's right. This is Albert and Billy Show.
And CJ.
And CJ today.
Yeah.
For the people on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, the Albert and Billy Show, for more crazy fun.